Consider the immigrant mentality. It's not just about moving away, but moving towards. Leaving one's hometown shows initiative, but leaving one's home country.
Welcome to an enlightening English lesson with Enzo's Butler from Exceptional English Club. In this episode, Crafting Character, Traits of High Agency People, we explore the unique qualities of those who chart their own course in life. Join us as we navigate through an intriguing dialogue peppered with vivid phrases like relic and hallmark, alongside phrasal verbs and idioms that bring language to life. This isn't just a vocabulary boost. It's a deep dive into traits like decisiveness, resourcefulness, and effective communication that define high-agency individuals. By the end of our journey, you'll not only have a richer command of English but also a blueprint for personal growth and success. Get ready for comprehension checks and playful exercises that ensure you truly grasp and embody these concepts. Let's set sail on this voyage of self-improvement and linguistic mastery. Prepare to unlock the potential within and become a high-agency person yourself.
In the grand drawing room adorned with relics of yesteryear and the quiet hum of history, Enzo lounges in a plush armchair, a furrowed brow betraying the weight of the conversation ahead. His butler, a paragon of decorum and wisdom, stands by with a posture that hints at many untold stories. The sun sets outside, casting a golden glow that seems to ignite the curiosity in Enzo's eyes.
Butler, I've been turning over this notion of high-agency people. I read it in a tweet from George Mack, also commented on by Paul Graham. Have you come across it?
Indeed, sir. It's a fascinating concept. It speaks to those who chart their own course, who don't merely follow the river but instead seek to forge new streams.
Yes, exactly, but how does one spot such people? I mean, isn't everyone trying to stand out somehow?
But there's the rub, sir. It's not about standing out for the sake of attention. High-agency individuals often do so out of a genuine disinterest in blending in with the crowd. For instance, think back to your teenage years. Were there any pursuits you took up that were, well, considered weird?
Oh, certainly. I took up coding when everyone else was into sports. It was my little rebellion.
Precisely, sir. That's your first clue. High-agency folks often have what some might call weird teenage hobbies. It's in those formative years that going against the grain truly shows grit. If they can swim against the tide, then they're likely to do so as adults.
I see, but what about energy? Sometimes I meet people who are, well, exhausting.
On the contrary, sir, those with high agency are like a shot of espresso. They have what some describe as an energy distortion field. You meet them feeling down and come away ready to take on the world. They're the ones who can light a fire under you, so to speak.
Fascinating. And what about decisiveness? I've had friends who seem unpredictable.
That's another hallmark. If you find yourself in dire straits, say a metaphorical third-world prison, think of the person you'd call to bail you out. That's the one with the golden touch of agency.
Intriguing. What about opinions? Surely we all have our biases.
True, but with high-agency individuals, you can't box them in. They're the boxes penning sonnets, the advertisers deep in historical tomes, the beauty queens with a penchant for Nietzsche. Their beliefs don't toe the line of stereotypes. They're drawn with their own hands.
So they're not easily pigeonholed, but what of their roots? Does origin play a part?
Indeed, sir. Consider the immigrant mentality. It's not just about moving away, but moving towards. Leaving one's hometown shows initiative, but leaving one's home country, that's a leap of faith. It shows they're not just recognizing they're in the wrong place but also have the resourcefulness to operationalize a move and the growth mindset to start afresh.
That's quite the journey. And communication, I assume that plays a role.
Astutely observed, sir. They tend to send you content not because it's trending but because it's meaningful. They identify upcoming trends before others, much like an early bird spotting the first worms of the day.
And socially, Butler, how do they fare with others?
They're an enigma, sir. They might be mean to your face but nice behind your back. It's easy to float downstream with niceties, but to face someone with honesty, even when it's not all sunshine and rainbows, that takes real spine.
It seems like a lonely path to walk.
It can be, sir. But remember, no man is an island. Even high-agency people need a port in a storm. They're just more selective about where they drop anchor.
I suppose it's about not just going with the flow, but knowing when to row against it or even when to sail your own sea.
Exactly, sir. They don't just read the wind. They're often the ones setting it.
It's a lot to take in, Butler. It's like learning to see the world through an entirely new lens.
It's an ongoing process, sir. Like peeling an onion, there are many layers to a person, and sometimes it brings tears to your eyes. But once you get to the heart of it, that's where the flavor is.
And how does one cultivate this high agency?
By not resting on one's laurels, sir. It's about being proactive and making the most of every opportunity. It's a bit like learning to dance. One must step up and take the lead.
But one must also learn to follow, to listen, right?
Precisely, sir. It's a dance indeed. Know when to take the floor and when to step back. It's not about hogging the limelight but shining it where it's needed.
So it's about balance.
And timing, sir. Understanding when to get straight to the point and when to just let things happen as they will. It's about having the heart of a lion and sometimes the patience of a saint.
It sounds like a lifelong pursuit, Butler.
The best ones usually are, sir. It's about aiming high and making sure you're pursuing the right goals. It's not just reaching for the stars but knowing which constellation you're aiming for.
Thank you, Butler. You've given me quite the compass for spotting and perhaps becoming a high agency person.
Always at your service, sir. After all, every Sherlock needs his Watson.
The evening draws to a close as the two figures continue their dialogue, the room now brimming with the soft glow of lamps and the spark of newfound understanding. Enzo, now equipped with a map of high-agency traits, looks out the window with a contemplative gaze, ready to navigate the vast seas of human potential.
Comprehension questions. Question number 1. How do high-agency individuals affect others with their energy? Question number 2. What is a characteristic of high-agency individuals during their teenage years? Question number 3. What does the immigrant mentality reveal about high-agency individuals? Question number 4. What is a hallmark of high-agency individuals when it comes to decisiveness? Vocabulary multi-choice. Her, what? Smile and kind words made everyone feel instantly at ease in her presence. A. Honesty. B. Warm. C. Patience. D. Genuine. Personal development requires the determination to, what? Through obstacles and pursue continuous growth. A. Honesty. B. Forge. C. Navigated. D. Work. With A. What? Obstacles became opportunities for learning and personal development. A. New mindset. B. Hogging. C. Growth mindset. D. Posture. When faced with challenges, she used a, what? Ladder to rise above and conquer her fears. A. Rebellion. B. Metaphorical. C. Rope. D. Patience. Phrasal verbs multi-choice. You, what? From a TED Talk feeling inspired. A. Walk away. B. Come away. C. Come home. D. came back. E, turned down. John, what, of the window, seeking motivation. A, looked inside. B, looks out. C, glanced out. D, looks south. E, glanced outside. The motivational speaker, what? People's inner potential. A, relates about. B, speaks of. C, responds of. D, speaks to. E, responds to. His extraordinary talent allows him to, what? In a crowd. A, stick out. B, stand alone. C, get out. D, stand out. E, stay up. Idioms and phrases. Definition: to make one's own path or decisions. A, not easily pigeonholed. B, light a fire under someone. C, the golden touch. D, chart their own course. Definition: to act or think differently from the majority. A, go against the grain. B, toe the line. C, chart their own course. D, swim against the tide. Definition: to go along with the current situation or circumstances without resisting or trying to change them. A, go against the grain. B, going with the flow. C, take the floor. D, not easily pigeonholed. Definition: to motivate or inspire someone. A, take the floor. B, go against the grain. C, the golden touch. D, light a fire under someone. Definition: not easily categorized or classified. A, the golden touch. B, reach for the stars. C, not easily pigeonholed. D, going with the flow.
I express my utmost gratitude for your attentive ear. If you enjoyed this lesson, kindly subscribe and share it with your friends. Should you seek further enlightenment in the intricacies of the English language, I do cordially invite you to pay a visit to Enzo's Butler.club and join our growing community of English enthusiasts. I am Enzo's Butler, always at your service.